Hey music teachers, it's mid-year, and if you are feeling that your warm-ups are getting a little bit stale and you can feel yourself or your students getting on autopilot through your daily drills, I've got some creative solutions for you. Even small changes in your daily routine will start to get brains and muscles fired up again. So start by examining what you're already doing for warm-ups and then look at what skills or techniques you're wanting to try teaching or reinforcing in those warm-ups. Then look for ways to incorporate those skills into your currently existing setup. So let's take scales and arpeggios as an example. Some good ways to edit those warm-ups would be to add a new articulation pattern. So I might say instead of slurring all the way through, we're going to slur to tongue to. You could also play or sing those scales in rounds and change the rhythm. So play or sing on a whole note round and add 3 parts at a time. You could also sing them on new syllables if you're used to singing them on one or the other. You can do them on swing eighth notes instead of regular eighth notes, and you could accent or even rest on the sharp or flat notes depending on what key you're in. These are all very small changes, but it will turn the brains on for your students and make sure they're thinking and not just going through the motions. Looking at another example, let's take your rhythm drills. So let's say you typically do 4 lines of a rhythm drill every day. So something that you could do is add a common scale that your students already know really well, and you can go up a note on that scale for every measure or every note. You can also play Bop It, which is where you play or sing only the attacks and count through the duration of longer notes. You can go around the room where every student or every section plays a measure or multiple measures, and then the other sections tap or count time with them, and then you go from section to section hopping, so everyone has to be aware of where they're coming in next. You could also do call and response rhythms on a set pitch where a student will improvise a measure or 2 measures of a rhythm and then everyone plays it back. And you could play beat the metronome, so on your usual rhythm drills, but you're going to take the tempo faster and faster and faster. And finally, for chorale warm-ups, there's a few fun ways that you can change these up as well. Number one, you could do follow me, which is where the students are going to play or sing through the chorale, but you will conduct unwritten tempo changes and or dynamic changes, and they have to follow you as the conductor. You could also do change the key. So students are going to play or sing all the same notes except with a different key structure. That will really mess with them because they're going to start hearing those changes as well. And finally, you could play change the balance, where you normally have your lead soprano line, but you're going to ask a different section to make their line the lead, and everyone else has to adjust on the balance on that so that that line is the one that comes through. So these are just some ideas to get you started on changing up your warm-ups mid-year. Remember to have fun, and just because your warm-ups are printed one way does not mean you have to play them that way forever. That's it for today. Catch you next time.